All right, joining us now, she is the shortstop for the Kentucky Wildcats at a monster weekend. 6 of 9, 3 homers, 10 RBIs, 4 runs scored, leading Kentucky to their sweep over Missouri. I speak of Cassie Reasner joining us here at In the Circle D1 Softball. Those are good numbers.
They are. I mean, I have to give credit to my teammates too. They're the ones that got on. So just stepping in and doing my job.
Well, take me through the weekend. I mean, you obviously felt great. Did it feel like you were in a zone? Just take me through it because they had trouble getting you out, and especially in Sunday's game, you get 5 RBIs and an explosion there. But just take me through the weekend and how you felt at the plate.
I think it was also super fun being at home, having a great crowd here. My teammates are amazing. Them cheering me on, giving me a bunch of confidence, and just being able to feed off their energy so they get on and I feed off that and just doing my job.
Are you as players excited just to get to conference play here? So you mentioned it's a
Mhm.
conference, a home opener for the conference against a very talented Missouri team. What was the outlook for this group?
It was good. We were just coming in, having fun, coming off of like being first SEC tournament, coming out strong and being able to like show out who we are.
Got a lot of new faces on the roster. What's it been like blending in from a chemistry standpoint as this group?
I think it's been really fun. I mean, we all just learned from the best that came in. So being able to have our year and step up has been really fun so far.
You hit 3 home runs. Was there one of those three that's personally your favorite, either just because you really felt good, like the way you hit the bat, or do you have a preference on the 3 homers you hit this weekend?
I don't really have a preference. I would say, I mean, my first one was really fun coming off of, struggling a little bit the weekend before. So being able to come out and come out strong.
Of course, you played last year. You watched Erin Koffel
Mm-hmm.
do her thing. She was a legend in Kentucky. What
She
did you
was.
learn from her as you watched her? And you've taken it this year from as far as playing the position at shortstop.
Yeah, she's just amazing. I learned from her presence and every practice. She always helped me be in the moment and being able to show my skills. And I just loved learning from her and watching everything she does. And it's been super exciting.
How are you a different player today than you were a year ago?
I think I have a little bit more confidence now, being able to step up when I need it and not be put too much pressure on myself.
Is it like having players like Mackenzie Bump and some of the other new faces in this offense?
And Kinsey's amazing. She has such a great personality. She always picks me up when I need it, and just being able to feed off of her and being able to play next to her. And I'm so glad she's here. And we just love having her here.
Did y'all want to make a statement this weekend? You've kind of been under the radar, Kentucky, when it comes there. I thought you made a statement, especially with your offense. Is that too much there, or did you want to make a statement that hey, we're good too? By the way, here in the SEC.
I think we want to make a statement. I mean, showing out and showing people who we are and not to take us for granted.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. What got you into playing softball and how you ended up at Kentucky?
I actually grew up in a baseball softball family. So both of my parents played at Jacksonville State. My brother played a year at Huntington. I just grew up watching them and learning from them. And me and my brother used to play around, play games, and he's made me competitive. So I have to give credit to them and my family who've been very supportive through this journey.
Sounds like a competitive family there.
It is
Like
super
does
fun though.
fun? Okay, so it doesn't get like very emotional there sometimes. Bad ball there could be a little competitive sometimes.
Maybe a little bit, but in the end, we all support each other. So
Describe playing for Coach Lawson.
it's been amazing. I'm grateful for every opportunity that I've been given and just being able to step up for her and my team.
What's it like wearing those Kentucky colors, such a very famous colors in college
Mhm.
athletics?
I think it's really fun. I mean, I love being surrounded by this atmosphere, and that's why I chose it. It was a family oriented team. So I love wearing Kentucky across my chest.
Who are the leaders on this team?
I think we all have a bunch of different leaders. I think it's not just one person that steps up, it's multiple. I mean, Hutch has stepped up, Mackenzie Bump has, Peyton Plotz. I mean, we have a bunch of different people that can. Sarah Hendigas has come in and done very well. Alexia Lacatena, I mean, we could go down the list.
You got a lot of arms that you
Mhm.
showcase this weekend too, as a committee kind of a staff there. Talk
Mhm.
about this pitching staff there a little bit, because I know people on the outside was wondering about the pitching staff, but it looks like you've got a lot of arms you could go to there.
We do. We have a bunch of different stuff. I mean, I think it's going to work well in the long run, being able to keep people off balance, change speeds. So we have a great pitching staff, and I'm really excited.
What have you learned about as a team? What have you learned about each other to this point?
I think we're all very close, and that's helped a lot. We have great personalities on our team. We fit well, and that's, I think, shown out when we played. So that's been really exciting.
I have to ask, since you go to school at Kentucky, it's like a bucket list for a lot of people. But have you attended, I'm assuming, Kentucky basketball games? And if
I
so,
have before, yes.
so what's it like?
It's very loud. I mean, Kentucky's known for basketball at first, so
Yeah, they got
they're
their
fun.
and they got one of their own as the head coach, right? It's like 20,000 people
Hmm.
there, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
a cool bucket list there for there. What do you want to do post softball? Is that something you've thought about?
A little bit. I've more focused on the academic side so far, and if softball can take me more, then if I have an opportunity, maybe I'll take it. But overall, I've focused on maybe a career after
What kind of career are you interested in?
physical therapy.
Okay, very good. Good for you. We need
Yeah.
more of that.
Hmm.
I salute you on that. What is one of the areas in the game you worked on during the offseason? Because you had probably had an idea you were going to get a big opportunity this year
Hmm.
with obviously Aaron graduating and such being a young roster. You probably felt, hey, this is my opportunity to get up. What did
Hmm.
you work on this offseason to get you ready for this season?
I worked on being more consistent at the plate. Not putting too much pressure on myself. I personally love fielding, so that's never been like a thing I've had to focus too much on, but I love being able to have a bunch of range and just kind of worked on a little bit of everything, getting it more consistent and also getting stronger in the weight room. That's helped a lot.
How would you describe, for people that are maybe are watching you for the first time this season, watching you play, how would you describe yourself?
Um, I'd say so far I've been very like energetic. I've been told I smile a lot, so I think people feed off of that. And that's one thing I want to keep my teammates up and know that they've done their job and they've done really well.
You definitely smiled. I think it was that Saturday on the broadcast. They had you on after the game. You were definitely smiling. What was that like to get interviewed live there on the after the broadcast, the game there?
A little nerve wracking, but it was also really fun.
You did great. That's why I requested you to get you on the
Yeah.
podcast. I'm like, wow, I got to get this person here. My last question to you. Obviously, you got a lot of softball to go. Busy week ahead, obviously, with the midweek, and then obviously you got the big SEC play just beginning there. What are some things as a team you all are working on to get better at to really accomplish your goals internally? What are some areas you all going to be working on here moving forward?
I think just taking it one team at a time, not focusing on like everything at once, just taking it one team at a time, one pitch at a time, and just focusing on our skills, keeping them sharp and playing together.
Well, I think you're doing well. Like I said, a heck of a weekend. 3 homers, 10 RBIs. I hope the family was able to see all that in person. Were
They
they
were
able?
they were here.
All right. Well, I'll let you enjoy that with them. Hey, thanks so much for taking a few minutes of your time to talk to us. Congratulations on the great weekend and a great start to SEC play with the sweep over Missouri and your own individual play. And thank you for coming on here for us for a few minutes here on In the Circle at D1 Softball.
Thank you for having me.